DigitsRehab.com is a remote telerehabilitation platform. So we're aiming to do two things. One is to allow patients to track their rehabilitation journey remotely, so to be able to do their exercises and document kind of their compliance with that and be reminded of how to do those exercises properly. And then the second part of it is to allow remote assessment of how they're progressing along that. So we've used open source software that uses augmented reality trackers on the individual hand joints, and then we've written additional code on top of that to allow them to translate that into angles when the patient moves their hand. When you track the range of motion of their joints, you get a sense as to how they're progressing. The idea really started from COVID and not being able to bring patients in to do these assessments. People are looking into different ways to remotely evaluate how patients are rehabbing. Most of those solutions involve a lot of high-tech equipment that's quite expensive. So wearable motion sensors that involve different cameras that have to be set up in a space. Whereas Digits really only needs a front-facing camera and a Wi-Fi connection. So it's innovative in that it's an accessible solution to this problem, and it's using technology. So the technology allows us to actually use artificial intelligence and other technology to get more robust data sets and information as to how patients are progressing. We have a team that's multidisciplinary, so it involves both the hand surgeons, medical students, residents who are progressing in their training to become surgeons. It involves our hand therapists, as well as an software engineering team. It's saving resources for both the healthcare system, improving efficiency. So instead of a patient traditionally having to come in person into the hospital, have one patient with one provider for a period of time, we can get that information remotely and save that valuable in-person spot for somebody who needs an in-person assessment. As well for the patients, it saves a lot of resources. There's a lot of extra expenses that patients incur when they have to come to an in-hospital appointment. They have to take time off work. They might have to find childcare. There's travel time. Our catchment area in London goes all the way up to Owen Sound area. So some patients are traveling 3-4 hours to come to their appointment. So the ability to do the same work in a remote context really helps save both time as well as financial resources for the system and the patient. I'm Caitlin Simonette, and this is Digits Rehab.